It was described as just an irritation and kind of inflammation almost. Can you tell us what it actually was?
It just took a bang. There's nothing more than it, which it just kind of made the joint all sticky, and there's nothing serious at all. It was just needed a couple of days to settle down. So obviously annoying to happen and missing out on game time, but it wasn't anything seriously, thankfully.
How much of a frustration has the World Cup been for you? You've had very little time on the pitch.
Yeah, I suppose with the injury, the time of the injury just before we left, and the nature of it as well, it was always going to be a bit of a frustration. But to be honest, I was lucky enough to even be considered and did enough to get onto the plane. So it's been pretty good, to be honest. I'm happy to be here.
What positions are you training in this week?
Did a bit at 10 today, which is the position I play, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Besides the injury, were you in the form of your life in the gap in between all of this?
Yeah, I think things were falling into place. It was I was getting a lot of game time, and I was kind of getting to the swing of things. So the injuries were a bit frustrating, but it just shows that with game time and consistency at the position I'm playing at, then I can get a lot better. So hopefully now, touch wood, everything I stay injury free and can kind of push on from there.
How did you feel the stint against Japan on the pitch actually went for you personally?
I was a bit rusty, I felt. It was obviously very tough though. Japan were putting us under immense pressure, and they kind of closed all our options off and suffocated us a bit. So huge credit to them, because we couldn't really do much about it. So yeah, it was pretty disappointing, and obviously to come out on the wrong end of it was pretty tough to take.
What was going through your head, Joey, in the very last play when you kicked the ball out?
Well, I knew we had the bonus points still secured. The ball kind of came quickly enough to me. There wasn't too much on, and at the time I just thought it would be the best thing to put it out. So,
what's your take been on your own World Cup?
Look, Scotland was okay. I think we had a decent performance. I think we, after we looked at the reviews of it, we definitely found things we could work on and get better. Obviously Japan didn't quite go to plan the way we wanted it to. In terms of personally, obviously I wasn't overly delighted with my performance there. I'm sure you could ask a lot of players in the squad, and then after a result like that, no one's really feeling up after it. And then obviously against Russia there, it's good to get the win. However, probably missed a few opportunities we've looked at. The conditions obviously weren't ideal, but they weren't ideal for them either. So we just have to ensure that when we do get opportunities, we do take them.
We know this is Samoa's last game, obviously, at the tournament, but what have you seen from them so far? How dangerous a proposition are they going to be on Saturday?
Yeah, just asking Joey there, we saw actually Samoa tried to play at the end of the game there. That just gives you, and then Japan actually ended up getting the bonus point, but that gives you an idea of what Samoa are looking to do. They're looking to play from absolutely anywhere at any time. So that's something that we're going to have to be fully aware of. They're going to be ultra excited to get the ball in their hand. They're obviously going to be looking to try and do as much damage to us as possible. I think if you look at the way Japan started the game against us, I think that'll definitely be an indication of what Samoa will probably be trying to do. I think we know we've reviewed quite a few of their players already, and we think that throughout their pack and their whole back line, there are threats all over the pitch. We just have to be very wary of that and not do anything out of the ordinary for us.
Iain, did you feel the heat in the second half of that game against Japan? As in, we suck and diesel, and also do you feel like the conditions have changed? That won't be the case anymore.
Yeah, I think every game we've played in, the conditions have been different, difficult but different. That Japan game, definitely the air did feel heavy almost, and at times difficult to get a breath. That's probably a combination of, I don't know, heat, humidity, tiredness, it being a very fast-paced game. So a number of those factors have played a part. But like I just said there about the previous team, it's the same conditions for them. So you can either front up and adapt to what the conditions are, or look back at them as an excuse.
Sorry, Andy said that you can tell it's getting into the business end of the World Cup now. I just wondered, you talked about the personal bests maybe in the gym and stuff this week. Have you noticed the dynamics change a bit? Has it ramped up a bit this week?
Yeah, no, I definitely think that obviously when you get towards the back end of the World Cup, obviously it's all knockouts, but for us I kind of feel like that's almost started maybe a week earlier than we potentially would have liked it to, which is obviously upped all the intensity across kind of trainings, meetings, reviews. You see everyone putting in a wee bit of extra time just here and there, whether it be a bit of video analysis or a bit of extras in the gym before we go out to pitch, just to kind of making sure everyone's right and everyone's getting as nailed on as possible for the weekend. And you can feel that having built throughout the weeks, and I suppose all we can hope for is that this all comes to fruition at the weekend.